What's good, Commanders fans? Happy game day, guys. Happy game days. This is just a crazy feeling, man, to wake up to an NFC championship game. I was about to say NFCs, but an NFC championship game, guys. Something we haven't seen in 33 years. It's just special. It's electric. I see the fans taking over Philly, at restaurants taking over and stuff like that, walking through the streets. There's going to be a lot of Commanders fans in the building today at the Nasty Link. Where there should be a jail under the stadium. I know there was a jail under the last Philly stadium for sure, and they need that for sure. So I want you, if you are going, guys, traveling packs, because Eagles fans have been talking real crazy on Twitter. We know how they act. They don't know how to act. Booing Santa Claus, throwing batteries, eating horse dung and all that stuff after they won their one Super Bowl. So just be careful out there. And I know everybody's going to be good because we know how we get down for sure. But I just want to give you guys some quick updates. This is per Wyche, Stephen Wyche, per on NFL Network. I think his name, Steve Wyche. Steve Wyche, Chief National Reporter for NFL Network, co-hosted Game Day Preview with Howard University as well. So he came up with some updates. So I guess, of course, Dan Quinn or somebody told him this stuff, and I kind of wanted them to just find this out when the game started. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. I mean, it matters, but I guess the gamemanship they're going to find out anyway. So this is something that we talked about all week. Will Marshawn Lattimore travel with A.J. Brown? And he is not expected to travel with A.J. Brown, which I do think is important news. And I think that's good news. I think all the games and we've been undefeated when Marshawn has played. So the games that Marshawn did not travel, those were his better games. The Lions game, he didn't travel. He had one of his best games. The Saints game, he didn't travel. He had one of his best games. The Eagles game, he traveled. He struggled in that game. He has ups and downs. He has some good plays against A.J. Brown. He had a big third down stop. He had a nice pass deflection. He had some good plays. I'm not going to act like everything was bad, but he had a bunch of pass interferences, and he did get beat for a touchdown. Mike Evans, clearly it was a pass interference that he had against Mike Evans, and he got beat for a touchdown. He got beat like 4 or 5 times. And I don't know if it was the hamstring or what, but when he has traveled so far, he's 0 for 2, and when he doesn't travel, he's 2 for 2 in good games. Like I said, the Saints too. So the Saints and the Lions game, those were his best games. And then what other game? But Eagles, Saints, Lions, Eagles was not good, and the Buccaneers game was not good. So I'm really trying to think of the other games that he played in this year for us, because it hasn't been many at all. But I'm just looking it up here real quick. Those are the only games that he played for us so far. And when you have a guy like Mikey who's playing really good football and played really well on Thursday Night Football against A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, I think he's a guy that that he can step in and stay on his side and be fine. We saw what he did to Jamison Williams, where he ran the route for him and got that pick on Jared Goff. Then he got another pick on Jamison Williams. So I love Mikey's knack of taking the football away too. That's what I like too. So I think we'll be fine. I think this is a good decision by Dan Quinn and Joe Whitt Jr. or whoever decided to do it. If it was Joe Whitt Jr.'s final decision to make that happen, or initial decision to make that happen, I think that's a good decision. There were some times where Joe Whitt Jr. had Marshawn on the sidelines against Tampa Bay because he just wasn't. He had an up and down game. But I do like this decision to not have him travel with A.J. Brown. And we know how the refs are with Sean Hockley. Yeah, Sean Hockley is going to be he's the leader of the reffing crew. So he's going to be very ticky-tacky today, too. I already know he's going to be real ticky-tacky and try to call any type of penalty he can on us. I just know how it's going to go. So we have to be ready for that and be aware of that. Of course, I know Joe Whitt Jr. has had that discussion with Marshawn and all that stuff. So just be aware of that. So I do like that. And then Noah Igbenogany will be in the slot, probably against Jahan Dotson. And then also Ben St. Juste will be on the sidelines, and Mike Davis will be on the sidelines. They did elevate Kayvon Seymour, so Kayvon Seymour, pay attention to him. He may get more snaps than Ben St. Juste and Michael Davis. We'll see how they feel about him, and we'll see what happens with that. But the other major update too, per Steve Wyche, is that Trent Scott will be starting at right guard. He'll be starting at right guard. So it's not going to be Andrew Wiley. It's not going to be Cornelius Lucas at right tackle, and then Andrew Wiley at right guard. So they're not going to go with, I guess, their best 5, as Dan Quinn kind of hinted at doing. They're going to go out there with Trent Scott. Now, Trent Scott, when he stepped in for Sam Cosmi, played really well. This was in a pinch, and it was not against a guy like Jalen Carter. So that's the big difference there. But when Trent Scott came in, he graded with he allowed 0 pressures against the Lions, and he had a pass block grade of 85.0. when he came in against the Lions. And also remember, he can go out there and catch a touchdown pass too. He caught a touchdown pass against the Bengals as well. So keep that in mind too. If Cliff wants to get tricky and do something different in the red zone, he could do something like that. So just keep that in mind too. But we'll see how the decision goes. Also, NFL Network said that Trent Scott is likely to start, but Michael Dieter and Chris Paul could also rotate in. So I don't know how comfortable I feel with Michael Dieter being in there and Chris Paul rotating in, but hey, I guess it's blocking by committee. We're gonna have to double Jalen Carter, do anything we can to slow him down, and of course we're gonna have to get the ball out quickly. And Jaden's gonna have to use his legs like he did when he threw 5 touchdowns against the Eagles a couple weeks ago when we beat them 36-33. So those are the updates right there. Could Dan Quinn have gone with his best 5? I mean, like I said, if Trent Scott does struggle in the beginning of the game, maybe they do make an adjustment. It's not ideal to make an adjustment like that in the middle of the game. The Rams had to do it last week, and that didn't go too well for them with guys getting injured and whatnot. So, let's just trust in Trent Scott. Big Trent, man. Big Trent. Let's see what Big Trent goes out there, man. And let's see if he can hold it down. I believe in Trent, man. I really do. I believe in Trent. I believe in our whole offensive line to get it done and Jaden to get the ball out quickly. And if he does have to improvise and make something shake, make something happen, where he juked Jalen Carter out of his shoes like an Allen Iverson crossover in Philly, or it would be in Philly today, but when he did that Allen Iverson crossover on him and juked Jalen Carter out of his shoes, he may have to do something like that again today for sure. So those are the 2 updates that are important to me. Marshawn Lattimore, AJ Brown. AJ Brown, I mean, let's have him. I want to see him read a book on the sidelines in a bad way, where he's not getting involved, he's not getting touches, he's frustrated. He wants to yell at Jalen Hurts, but he's trying to hold it in by reading that book instead of just crashing out on Jalen Hurts. That's what I want to see from him. Devontae Smith is a chill guy. I did like when he dropped the ball against us and he had hands like a snake and helped us, gave us a Christmas gift for that victory. So that's what I want to see from him. And then we got to take care of our business. Jeremy Chin, Quan Martin, get pressure on Jalen Hurts. I want to see how Jalen Hurts moves with that knee brace on. Is he mobile? Can he move? Can he move around the pocket? Can he evade the rush and make guys miss? That is huge because that's a big part of Jalen Hurts' game. If he can't move and he has to sit in the pocket and be a pocket passer, the game's a wrap in my opinion. It really is. The game is a wrap. To me, it's a wrap. And our offense is our defense anyway, but if we can slow down Saquon and just keep Jalen Hurts in the pocket and Frankie Louvu get after him, then we're definitely going to win this game. I can confidently say that we're going to win this game and host up the NFC Championship trophy and have NFC Championship shirts at 6:30 where our guys are celebrating in Philly and we're going crazy taking over that city, playing Meek Mill and Dreams and Nightmares and playing Blow the Whistle Too Short at Gilly and all those guys and making fun of the mayor saying ELGSES. So those are the updates, guys, that I got before the game. Just want to let you guys know that so everybody knows that before the game starts. But like I said, Trent Scott did a good job, man. He did a good job against the Lions. Like I said, it's a different animal and Jalen Carter, but we'll see. And like I said, I would love for Marshawn to travel, but the recent games have shown that when he does not travel, he's played his better football. So, all right, guys. You guys let me know what you guys think. As always, hello, Commanders. Peace.